We back. So I was coming back here, and as I was getting here, I saw these bandits running away, and they started fighting each other. Ooh, right in the back. That's gotta hurt. I guess he killed them. Obviously, I just killed him. That was weird. On the way here, was attacked and managed to fend myself off, or fend them off, which was quite nice. So now I have new armor. I don't know what the deal is with these guys, though. Oh, lockpick. Yeah, I don't know. I was just running, and then they ran past me, and I was like, who are you? Why are you running? And said they were bandits, and I was like, alright, I might as well kill them. I don't know why they killed each other, or he killed the other. You what? Where'd that one come from? Is he not part of the two? Or did one of them get back up? He got back up. He didn't die. Hey, you. Stop in the name of the law. Perfect shot. Right in the kidney. Are you dead now? I'm very confused. I could have sworn they were both dead. Alright, well, we're doing the world a service by taking out bandits, I guess. I just don't get where he came from. Like, what? There's definitely no second body here, so he must have stood up. Anyway, so we have to find that limp dude, which is a problem because they're telling me to find the bailiff, which is what I was doing. I was trying to look for him. I don't know where that's located. I mean, I guess I would just go to these other question marks. I'm not sure. Because then the other option is to go all the way back to Ratai, or whatever it's called, and report back, and maybe they could help. All because this stupid priest had to go and make a fool out of me, making a fool out of him. Not my fault I can't deliver sermons. What do I look like? Answer? Not a priest. Look at all this armor I got. Priests don't wear this. Another thing, my sword is covered in blood. I'm not really sure what you do about that. I don't know how you de-blood it. I was in a river, and that's when I got attacked by those bandits. Hello, priest. I think he's going to be upset with me. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Nothing new. So where would the bailiff be? Where are these question marks? There's this one right in front of me. Definitely not that one in the field. What is this? What does this mean? What is, like, an alchemist? A scribe. Oh, he might be able to teach me how to read. I found a treasure, well, I bought a treasure map from some dude. Sir Scribe, can you teach me how to read? Yeah, I'd like to learn how to read. Perfect.
I'd like to learn to read.
You? You don't look like the makings of a priest or clerk. But why not? I've taught all sorts. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy. You'll need plenty of time and a few groschen for my trouble.
Alright, I got some money.
Alright. I don't want to waste time. We can get started. The sooner I master it, the better.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you, though.
No, apparently I needed to do
set aside
this.
at least a couple of days so I can put you through your paces. If indeed time is of the essence.
$50, we can afford
Here are
that.
your groschen.
Then we may as well start.
Am I gonna have to do something? No.
He did break his vow, but better than to despair.
When did I get a quest for this?
May he follow his heart.
I don't remember.
Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on. So, let's see you read a bit.
I am
There's
gonna
a
have to
book
do
here on the
something.
table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. come back once you've worked your way through it.
I have a feeling he's gonna quiz me. One Addy, a country mna. Oh, it's okay. I guess that's him trying to read it. That's kind of a interesting way of doing things. Countryman going to the nest of his goose found there an egg all yellow and glittering. When he took it up, it was as heavy as lead, and how does he know how to say lead but not the? And he was going to throw it away because he thought a trick had been played upon him, but he took it home on second thoughts and soon found his, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, something that it was, oh, to his delight, there we go, that it was an egg of pure gold. Every morning the same thing occurred, and he soon became rich by selling his eggs. As he grew rich, he grew greedy, and thinking to get at once all the gold the goose could give, he killed it and opened all. How would you? That's pretty stupid. Clearly not a good businessman. I've read the book.
I've read the book.
Wonderful. So tell me, what have you learned?
I'm dyslexic. Something about some fellow and a goose. That being greedy doesn't pay.
That
Yeah.
being greedy doesn't pay.
Excellent. You're one of my most talented pupils.
Let's go.
You've uncovered the meaning hidden in the letters. Like I told you, books are valuable, and the words that you place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword. To fully learn your way around words,
Read
will
Latin?
take a lot more reading yet. Now we'll move on to the second lesson.
I was just trying to do
Will be
something
much
quick.
harder. Many books are written in Latin, the language of erudite and religious men. If you really want to be able to read, there's no getting away from Latin. There's a book on the table with some text. Read it and then come back. You need not understand it, but you should master the letters.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking me to tackle Latin.
You're a clever lad. You'll manage.
Okay. This is going to be interesting. This is the book. This is the same book. Where is he talking? What? What are you talking about? Read the Latin text. Get rid of that. There's no Latin. Oh, there it is. I didn't even see that. Yeah, I can't understand any of that.
I read the page.
So tell me, Distrupule, what's written there?
Sure.
Nullus est liber tam malus, ut non lique parte prosit.
Good heavens! Don't tell me you haven't had
Let's
lessons
go.
before. Excellent. Well, there's nothing more I can teach you. Congratulations. You can go and be ordained right away.
Thank you, Domine. I'm feeling a lot wiser.
Nice. I've learned reading. This is not what we were planning on doing, though. I'm still trying to find... We need to go that way. Where this dude's at. You've got to be actually kidding me. The scribe. The bailiff. Insane.
My respects to you.
Yes. My respect not to you. Yeah.
Godwin won't tell me who Lubosh's cronies were.
I literally
Reached
saw
a
this
complete
man.
standstill.
Don't even mention that so-called priest. He knocked out one of my teeth yesterday, and you were there with him. I ought to clap you in the stocks.
I'll go willingly if you stick Godwin next to me. It'd be worth it just to see him suffer.
I don't want to do
Well,
that.
imagine. I've already told you, nobody came here to see him. But now it occurs to me. I did hear he was tried in Rattay for some mischief or other. Maybe you can find out
Are
something
you kidding
there.
me?
The scribe might have made a record of it.
Thanks, bailiff. I never thought of that.
And let me give you another piece of advice. Don't go boozing with Godwin again.
So after all that, I have to still go back there. Insane. Now I gotta figure out where this dude. Oh, well, see, why couldn't they have done this in the first place? What is this one? Look through the. See, I bet you couldn't do that unless you learned to read. I don't get that. Why is it doing that?
My respects to you.
Yeah, wait. I need a book.
I need to have a look in the Black Chronicle, Friedrich.
And I need blessed relief from my suffering. May the Lord have mercy.
Well, I don't know what I can do for you except bring you a priest.
I'm not dying yet. I just can't get up.
I'm
You're
sorry to
literally
hear that.
standing.
But I'm on the trail of those killers from Neuhof, and I need to know the names of the men who were sentenced alongside Limpy Lubosh from Ujitz.
I can't remember. Once I write the record down, it goes straight out of my head.
It's
Then let me
essential
go to the
that I
record.
find out those names. Is there anything I can do to help you get back to work?
I can't go to work when I can't stand on my feet.
What do you think you're doing
Konyash
right
the
now?
apothecary has an embrocation that helps, but it costs dearly. If you brought me some, it might do the trick.
All right, I'll try and get some for you.
Farewell.
If I could just get in here, but the lockpicking's so difficult. That's gotta be what it is. Because look through. Yeah, it has to be in there. Everywhere else is not. Yeah, like it's right above me or right below me. I don't think it's below. Yeah, it's gotta be on the 3rd floor. Okay, where do we go for this? A. Hello.
Heavens, lad. You're looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Last time I saw you, I thought you were ready for the priest.
I don't know what that means, but
I'm feeling as good as new.
Well, I'm glad to
with
hear
all
it.
these blood stains all over me. What kind of training can you give me? Oh,
Would you
alchemy.
teach me more about alchemy?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
How much? Bro, everyone wants to.
Isn't that quite a lot?
Let's put that down to 50. That's totally reasonable.
What do you say to this?
It'll take more than that to persuade me.
Okay, how about 52?
Agreed. Now listen up.
There we go. Do I have to do something? No. Lovely.
Good health to you.
Now, I need this potion.
Scribe Friedrich needs the embrocation for his joints.
What, again? He was here not long ago for some. He ought to make it last longer. I told him not to grease himself up so much. It could cause... Oh, the older he gets, the more foolish he is. Well, did he tell you such salvation is costly? Have a look in the shop for yourself.
About the debt.
About that debt.
Oh, this is this guy.
Here you are.
I'm not gonna have enough money to buy the other thing.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you're a man of honour. Is there anything else I can do for you?
How much is it? 46? That's not bad. Assuming that was the right thing. Let's try and haggle a little bit.
Can we do something about the price?
All right. So?
I'm thinking that looks more like a 40 to me.
What do you say to this?
That's not enough.
I'm thinking that's like a 41 and a half.
Aye, that would do it.
There we go.
Be merciful, good
If only I had the ability to lockpick better. So, scribe. Like how he stands up.
I bought you the embrocation, and you were right. It
I
certainly
had a lot of
wasn't
money
cheap.
today, starting
I know,
off.
lad. I've been using it for years.
Will you let me have a look at the Black Chronicle?
Well, you helped me, so now I'll help you. Come along, and I'll show you our Black Chronicle.
That really is a miraculous ointment. You haven't even rubbed it on, and it's already working.
Wow.
You know how it is. Faith itself is the greatest healer. Just thinking about the relief it will bring makes me feel better. So don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Come
I
along.
wasted all that money
Take
on
care
him.
now.
Just open the door. I'll read it myself. Can that go away? In the year of our Lord, 1390, and years thereafter, under the reign of King Wenceslas IV in Bohemia, Lord Henry of something, being the sole elder of the province and punisher of rebels against the crown, in his book has set down the names of such persons, blah 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 blah. I'm not reading all this. You gotta be cracked if you think I'm gonna read all that. See anything about Limp? Oh, there he is. Limpy of Ujits. And they did rob wayside shrines. He did testify that by Tomberg, they did rob 5 houses of the bailiff, from which they did take valuables worth 5 groschen, and that there was present to one Heineck called Heineck? What does that mean? Riki. So we gotta find one Heineck. What does that mean? So we gotta find Riki. Can't speak. I can read.
Farewell.
Why is it not updating? I can read. I just read. We just gotta find this Riki. I just don't know how we find him. Did you figure it out?
So did you find any mention of Limpy in the book?
I did. Apart from Lubosh, there's mention of some Anton from Vlashim and Hinek, known as Riki, from Ledechko.
Ledechko.
That's a stone's throw from here.
Aye. Certainly closer than Vlashim.
Thanks for your help.
See, like, I knew
Thank you for
none
that
of that
ointment.
was helpful. I just don't know where that is.
Good luck to you.
See, even with my information, I would have never been able to get that. I knew it had to have been around here, but I honestly probably would have went up here because they mentioned Tomberg. Alright, whatever. Why not? Why not? Absolutely ridiculous. Someone there? Yeah. What do you mean I'm in a private area? What did I do? Continue according to the clues. And I don't see how that would have been a thing, but whatever. Why? See that? You can't fast travel. 2 seconds later, fast travel. Why? Don't get it. Horse. This guy's got a bow. I don't trust you. What are you up to? I'm gonna have to fight you. That's an archery range. Can you teach me how to be a better
Good day,
archer?
sir. What do you need?
Oh.
I'm looking for a fellow
Oh,
called
no. I
Riki.
was gonna say, he's
You know him?
Riki?
You mean Hinek?
Mhm.
He's the tanner's son, isn't he?
Any idea where I could find him?
Probably the tanner.
I don't know. Try at his folks' house, but he doesn't spend much time there.
Know anything
So you
about
know
him.
this Hinek. Can you tell me something about him?
Not much, I confess. Most of the village folk avoid him like the plague.
Why's that?
No one with a nose likes spending too much time around tanners. And that Riki keeps bad company. I've never heard a good word said about him.
What can you tell me about the old courier?
He's as cantankerous as a hog in a thorn bush. He won't talk to anyone.
Why do they call Hinek Riki?
Probably because of the smell.
He's a tanner, isn't he? If you're ever downwind of him, you'll understand. Tanning isn't a trade for the weak of stomach.
True enough, but not every courier gets cursed with a name like that.
Well, Hinnick's nature's no sweeter than his smell.
Why has he got such a bad name?
Well, like his old man, he doesn't talk much to anyone. And then he's always skulking off somewhere. I heard he got a taste of the pillory in Ratai for thieving. And in Neuhof, he got boozed up in the alehouse with his cronies, and they beat up some merchants.
So a bit more than high spirits.
Just so. We're all honest folk here, and we've no use for the likes of him.
Don't tell me there's not a single person who talks to him.
He's been seen around with one of the bathhouse wenches. Adela, I believe she's called.
Okay. Can you teach me about archery?
What's with the targets? Are you an archer by any chance?
I notice you're asking questions. Are you the Inquisition by any chance?
No, I'm Henry, of Skalitz.
From Skalitz. I'm Vatek, from here. Why are you so curious about the targets?
I'd like to be a better archer.
It's just that I sometimes try my hand at archery too.
Try your hand, do you? I know plenty who do. When you can score as high as me at chumps, then I might be impressed.
I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Never played chumps? And you call yourself an archer?
I said
All right,
dabble.
Henry, listen up. Chumps is a game for real archers. It tests your strength, stamina, and accuracy. And it can be a nice little earner. Unless you're, well, a chump.
Wow.
So what exactly is it?
I'll tell you. A bunch of logs are floated down the river. Then you count to 20, and the archers run along the banks after the logs. At the end of the course, someone collects all the logs and counts the strikes. Whoever has the most, always meaning me, wins the bout. Each archer has 20 arrows with their own coloured fletching, and the contest ends when the last log floats through the finish line.
Sounds like good fun.
It does.
Fun? My friend, it will bring you out in a proper sweat, and you'll be well pleased to hit just 1 or 2 blocks. So how about it then? Fancy a bout? You'll need your own bow, but I'll supply the arrows.
I would
and
just
coloured
like
fletching.
training in archery. No, I will lose that.
Sounds interesting. Maybe some other time.
Well, if you ever want to gamble away pots of money, just ask.
I wanted him to train me. Alright, we need to go to the alehouse. What is this one? That's his father. No, we're gonna talk to her.
Hey, if anyone asks, I wasn't here. My wife would fit if she knew I was here with you young wenches.
She ought to pay us a visit.
Oh, sorry.
Clear off.
My bad.
Do you want something?
I do, actually. But I can't talk to you. Hello. Adela.
Good evening.
Hi. Riki.
I heard you've been seeing Hinnek, the tanner's son.
So what? Come to preach at me, have you? That I'm a loose woman, a sinner, that I seduce decent men?
That's your affair.
I just wanted to ask you a few questions. It's not my business how you live your life.
I'm glad to hear it. Some folk don't care for the way I make a living.
I can imagine.
So, what about you then? You look a bit careworn. A bath with a bit of company might do you good.
Later.
Maybe later, sweetheart. Right now, I have some questions to ask.
Ask away then.
Where can I find Hinnek?
I haven't seen him in the village for a few days. He must have run off to the woods again.
Does he do that often?
From time to time.
What the hell does he get up to there?
I don't know.
Well, we know that one. The first one's
He
not
goes to
gonna
the
work.
woods from time to time. That smells fishy to me.
What do you mean? There's no law against it, is there?
With all the footpads, looters, cumans, and God knows what other vermin around, it's not the sort of thing an honest man would do.
But Hinnek doesn't have anything to do with those people.
Oh, really? Then what does he do there? I don't imagine he's gathering mushrooms.
I really don't know what you want from me. So Hinnek is a bit odd and sometimes he goes off into the woods. So what?
When did you see him last?
When did you last see him?
I'm literally a
A few days
police
ago.
investigator.
He came to me late in the evening, drunk.
And that was unusual?
I never saw him drink much. He always came to me sober.
So he was acting strangely that evening?
He was strange. I had the feeling he was afraid of something. He kept prattling on and didn't seem to care about you know what. So I threw him out and I haven't
don't
seen him
know
since.
what. Could you elaborate?
Can you remember anything he said that evening?
Oh, I'm not sure. He went on about some fellow called Lubosh who died. That he was regretting he ever got into it, but he never said what it was. And that it wasn't worth it for the money. Aye, and then he was talking about the money. That was very odd.
What did he say about the money?
Just
Is this
that
money
he had
that-
a pile of
Ooh.
it hidden behind his house.
I see. What did you say to that?
What could I say? He was drunk. He kept saying I was a fine girl and other harlots wouldn't go with him even for money. And if I wanted, I could even take half the money and leave. Or he'd go with me and we could get married and such. Oh, just poppycock.
Did you go there for a look?
I will.
No, I've got better things to do.
That's pretty stupid.
Obviously he made it up. Where would a layabout like him get so much coin?
Yes,
Thievery?
I understand.
Nah, I'm gonna go look for
Did
it.
he tell you exactly where he hid it?
He said he buried it at his father's small holding in the western corner.
All right, thank you. Is it true?
What?
Other whores wouldn't go with him even for money?
The other bathhouse girls are honest, so I don't know. The truth is, I felt a bit sorry for him. Folk don't like him, but it's only 'cause his old man is a grouch and a tanner.
I understand. You felt sorry for him.
So you only felt sorry for him?
Both of us are the black sheep of the village.
There's nothing more between you?
No, nothing. Maybe Hinnick thinks differently, but that's how it goes.
Anything else? No.
Take care.
Alright, I'm 100% going to look at that pile of money. You gotta be cracked if you think I'm not.
Greetings. What do you need?
A bath.
I'd like to make use of the bathhouse's services.
And what is it you'd like?
A bath. Oh, that actually would be good. Let me get a haircut? Why can't I get everything? Let's get this
I'd
first.
like a private bath for 2.
But of course. Money first, though.
How much? 40 bucks? I only have 41.
I'm not giving you that much.
And how much are you willing to pay?
26. I guess she didn't like that one.
I'm interested in your
Let's get my
services.
laundry done, though.
And what is it you'd like?
Get myself fixed up a bit. Have a bath and get my clothes washed.
As you wish. Do you have the coin?
How much? 10. I could do that.
Fine. Here it is.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. Goodbye.
Am I wearing it all still? Look at that. We no longer have bloodstains all over us. Perfect. Alright, back to the mission at hand. We really need to get some money. If I was more confident in my arrow abilities, I could rob this guy blind. Let's go, Bubbles.
Yeah.
Also, there is the chance that this guy's telling the truth and we can get a nice little stash of cash. That's probably the father right there. Shut up. Behind the house. What exactly did she say? It's saying more over here. I'm assuming we're going. Alright. You don't think he'd be a little upset that we're just digging around? $115. Ooh. Thanks. Hey, you seen your son around?
My respects to you.
And to you.
I'm looking for your son. Any idea where he might be?
I don't know nothing.
That's
Don't
not
you
very
at least
helpful.
know where he usually goes? It's important.
Hynek shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, why would I tell every Tom, Dick, and Harry?
I'm Henry. Hidden money.
What can you tell me about the coin I found hidden behind your house?
Coin? What coin? What on earth are you on about?
A pretty pile of groschen nicely stashed away for a rainy day. If I'd known tanning was so lucrative, I'd have switched trades.
I don't know nothing about it.
And I suppose you know nothing about the bloodied gambeson your son hid there too. Of course it would be a shame to throw away such a valuable thing.
Behind my house, you say?
So you really don't know anything about it? Looks like you pulled the wool over your eyes. Still, I'm not surprised he never told you about it, considering how he came by that money.
How did he come by it?
He was paid to raid the Neuhoff stud farm. He and his cronies slaughtered horses, stable boys, and even the owner, Smill.
Jesus Christ, I heard about that. You're saying Hynek was with them?
Most certainly.
He could have at least told me about the money, the little shit.
Forget about that. Tell me where he is.
All right. He was here a few days ago, but he left right away. He looked like he was in a hurry.
And you don't know where he went?
I've got an idea, but I don't know where it is exactly.
I don't follow.
Hynek makes some money on the side from poaching. He boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods, but he never told me where it is.
Well, it's not much to go on, but it's better than nothing.
Not really, because we already knew he went towards the woods.
Don't you have any clue at all where his hideout could be?
I really don't know nothing about that. I could tell when he'd come from there, is all.
How's that?
Probably drenched in blood.
Because every time he brought some hides for tanning and money.
What more do you know?
Nothing. I swear to God Almighty, I've said all I know. Hynek never told me nothing.
I know he didn't talk to you about it, but you must have noticed something, right? How much time did he spend away? What was he wearing? How did he look when he came back? Anything?
Well, he came and went at all sorts of hours. I really don't know. Except maybe one thing. He'd come home scratched with brambles and with leaves and muck on him.
So he probably went through thick woods to get to that place.
I reckon. What do I know?
Clearly not a lot.
He had money because he sold the stuff right away.
I suppose. He never kept any of his loot here.
Do you know who he sold it to?
No. But the innkeeper came here now and again and gave him coin. Of course, it could have been for me.
All right. I'll ask at the inn then.
Go. And if he's really in as much shit as you say,
What are you doing
please,
here?
try and find
Are you after something?
I'll try. Alright, innkeeper. I'm a little off with the time that we're at because of how much time I wasted in the beginning. I think we're still good though. Oh yeah, we got that skill. Speech. Final offer. When a trader loses patience during haggling, you can make another chance. I didn't even know that was a thing. Dialogues, you'll see your counterpart. Oh, that's really good. 50% higher when you talk to women and +1. Oh. I mean, this is really good. But like, we'll come back for that. Innkeeper. Bro, I'm looking pretty cool on my armor now. I need some more though. Are you the innkeeper?
Jesus Christ be praised.
Yes, yes. Ricky.
I want to ask about the courier's son, Hynek.
But ask someone else. I have nothing to do with Riki.
That's not what I've heard.
My customers away.
That's not
Really?
what I've heard.
I heard a different story. I heard the two of you do business together.
Who are you anyway?
What's it matter?
A friend of Hynek's. He's gone missing and I need to find him.
I don't know where he is. But if you find the bastard, tell him he still owes me some goods.
Well, we got 8 + 3, so...
I don't give a damn what deals you've been doing together. I won't tell anyone. I just need to know where Riki is. It's urgent.
What have our deals got to do where he disappeared to?
More than you think.
It's likely Riki is hiding out at his poaching lair, and believe me, it wasn't hard to find out who was buying game from him, and it's even easier to go to the castle and tell them. Poaching's a crime, after all.
All right. But give me your word of honor you won't tell anyone about our deal.
You have my word.
Fine.
Not mine,
So,
though.
what do you want to know?
Where is he?
I hear Hinek has a hideout in the woods he uses for hunting game. Do you know where it is?
Not exactly. That is... I don't know where it is at all.
But
I happen to know it's a dark place, a cave or an old mine shaft.
how do you know that?
Whenever Riki was going poaching, he always came to me first for candles and lamp oil. He brought the game skinned and gutted, so we had to have a light for that.
Hmm.
And do you know of any mine shafts nearby?
There's a few of them around. There's one on the opposite bank, a short way off the path leading from the forge to the west. Then there's a mine gallery to the east of the village, up in the woods above the cliffs.
Probably that
and
one
I
then.
heard there's one shaft on the headlands close to the water.
Thank you.
Probably the second one.
You're welcome. Watch you don't break your neck, though. It's rough ground, and you could easily fall down a shaft.
How much game did he bring you?
Not much, a few pieces. There's no great demand here. Sometimes the gentry has something, otherwise it ends up in sausages.
Alright, that's
Very
it.
well.
So I'm guessing these are the different ones. So not that one. The hills. I think it's this one. I don't know what a promontory is. It's either this one or this one, I guess. But I mean, that one's in woods. I'm not really sure. I mean, we're right here, and we can get this for free now, so you know, like.
I'd like to make use of.
Yeah.
What is it you...
I'd like
You already saw
I'm
this.
sure you... May the Lord...
Oh. Nice. Make a new man. What did we get out of that? What is that buff?
Something here about?
What is this? Only I knew what that meant. What it did for me.
What's that?
What? Calm down. Can't see nothing. Well, we're not tired. I'm thinking it's this one. I'm just gonna go with my gut on that. Anyone waiting at this one? Oh, it's a tanning thing? This has gotta be it. I hear something over there. Yes. Yes. This is not gonna go well.
Jesus Christ, what am I to do? Not that I can expect any useful advice from you. At least, you have no more cares.
Need someone to talk to?
Fuck!
Hi.
Don't kill me. I can explain. I won't tell anyone. I swear, I've no one to tell anyway. Just please don't kill me.
I'm not planning to kill you.
You're not one of Runt's men.
No.
Then who are you?
Well, that's a bit of a complicated situation. We have an enemy in common. They're coming for you. Yeah, we have an
That's
enemy.
not important. The important thing is we have a common foe.
Considering all the enemies I have, the odds of that are pretty high.
I'm talking about the gang that raided the Neuhof stud farm. I know you were there.
I was, but I've got nothing in common with those bastards.
I'll take your word for it, providing you tell me what you know.
I don't know why you should care. If it keeps my neck out of the noose, I'll spill the beans.
That Neuhoff raid of yours didn't turn out quite as planned, did it?
Depends on whose plan you're talking about. We were up to it to grab some loot and bugger off. Only Runt's cutthroats was there to shed blood.
What do you mean, Runt's cutthroats?
There
Well,
were
they're
two
friends.
gangs there, mine and Runt's. We was only there to steal, but they wanted to slaughter everyone.
But when you realised what they had in mind, you didn't have to go along with it, did you?
But we didn't know nothing, even though we were going to Neuhoff. They told us to keep watch on the courtyard while they were cutting the horses' throats. Jesus, that fucking vexed me. Their horses was the most valuable thing there. When I spoke up, though, Runt gave me such a bollocking I knew I'd better keep my mouth shut. And when they said we was going to kill anything that moved, then we knew there was no going back.
Tell me something about your gang.
That gang of yours, what can you tell me about them?
Don't know what you want to know. There was 4 of us. Me, Timmy, Limpy Lubosh, and Pius Pava. Sometimes we'd rob a place or hold up pilgrims. Never nothing fancy.
I'm sure you did mischief enough. Who led you?
Pius. He was the oldest, and he'd mostly find the jobs for us. Plan them and the like. He got us into that fucking mess in Neuhoff, too.
What about the others?
Timmy's strong as an ox, with a brain to match. You got more sense out of a fence post. And Limpy, I've been with him the longest. He's my one and only friend, I suppose.
Well, he's dead.
Who got your 2 gangs together? You must have made contact somehow, right?
Pius. He comes to us and says he's got this prime job. We're gonna rob a farm, he says. That was a big deal, because mostly we just did small stuff. Hold up on the road now and then. Nothing fancy. When they told us how much we could make on it, well, we just couldn't refuse.
So Pius knew them?
I suppose, but I don't know where from. We even got paid up front. I should have known from the start it was too good to be true.
Where did the rest of your gang end up?
You saw Limpy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but he's no use to me now. Tell me where I can find Pius or Timmy.
I don't know nothing about Pius. He vanished in the woods, and I haven't seen him since. Timmy, I reckon, went back to the mill where he works.
Which mill?
The windmill a bit north of Neuhoff.
Alright, what about this guy's gang?
Did you know any of Runt's people?
Not a one. They didn't talk to us at all. None of their faces was familiar either. The only thing I know is they called that huge chief of theirs Runt, and Pius warned us to watch out for him.
I don't suppose you know where they got to after the raid?
On the way to Neuhoff, Timmy told me he was at their camp with Pius. I reckon that's where they've gone now.
Did Timmy tell you where the camp is?
Somewhere in the woods. He didn't say nothing more. Thing is, Timmy's got quite an imagination. But Pius roared at him to shut it, so I reckon there must be something in it.
Tell me exactly how the raid went down.
Well, we stormed in from the rear. Runt's people started slaughtering the horses. Jesus, that was bleeding horrible.
Yes, we know that.
Meanwhile, me and Limpy had a sniff round the stables to see if we could find anything worth pilfering. And in the end, we got lucky.
What did you find?
Smill, Sir Hanish's groom. I don't know why he was up and what he was doing in the stables, but we took advantage of the situation. Limpy grabs him by the throat, and I slapped him round to encourage him to tell us where the money was. Then it all fell apart at the seams. Quicker than you'd believe. Runt comes running up and skewers the groom like a pig for roasting. My jaw dropped. I thought the stuff about killing was just tough talk.
And it wasn't.
So it's fine for him to rob him, beat him up, but killing him
Not in the least.
What happened then?
Problem.
I'm gaping at Smill, stuck through and through, and I noticed this boy standing at the other end of the stables. The stupid sods pointing at us, jaw hanging down to his knees, saying, "I know you." Runt turns to us and hisses, "Take him down." So me and Lubosh start running, because the lad took to his heels. At the same time, we could hear the noise of the skirmish in the courtyard. We caught up with the boy at the next farmhouse. I knock him to the ground, but he bashes me with some piece of iron so hard my head's ringing like a fucking church bell. Limpy grabs it off him and stands over him with his bodkin in his hand, and I start praying. In the end, Limpy just gives him a kick and says, "Beat it, Ginger." And then Runt shows up at the gate and hollers that we gotta go, so we scarp it.
What happened after the raid?
We were waiting for that fool, Timmy. Same place as we met them before, so he'd know where we were, right? Stupid fucking idea. But Pius didn't want to leave him behind. Only when Timmy finally turned up, 2 of Runt's men were dragging him.
There was some difference of opinion.
You could say that, yeah. They started on us right away that we were traitors. They knew we'd let somebody get away, and now we were going to pay for it. They started trying to surround us, and we knew what was coming. But Limpy took his bodkin and let that fucker have it in the belly.
Runt?
One of the others. Timmy broke free from them, and we all took to our heels. Luckily, they were so buggered from the raid, they didn't follow us for long. They just shouted that they'd find us.
We don't need that. That's
all I need to know. So now what do I do with you?
Well?
No, kill him.
Over here.
Oh, God.
It's up the hill. Shh. Chief, we found the cave. Shut up. He'll hear you.
Oh, shit. Runs people. We've got to get out of here.
Agreed.
They're too close. We'll never outrun them. Fuck!
I do not want to fight them.
At least they don't know I'm here. The 2 of us can take them by surprise.
Oh, God, it's nighttime.
I'm gone. Look here. If you run, they'll catch up with you and kill you. And me too. Together, we stand a better chance. Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is what you get for getting in with the wrong people.
I suppose you're right.
There's 3 of them.
What's that? Who's there?
Why'd you run in at them?
Up willingly for this. Bring
That's
it
2
on.
hits.
Enough, please.
Think I care about you yielding? You're dead. Idiot. I'll take that. Oh, I didn't want that one. I'll take that. I'll take this. A heavy shield. How much does it weigh? 7 pounds? I could take it. Some honey. Lockpick. I'm sure he's fine fighting them. Right click. I don't know what happened to him. Right in the face. What happened to him though? That was funny. Who's gonna do mercy killings? That's no fun. Lockpicks. I don't want any of that. Where could he be? Where were we? We were here. They were coming from this way. There were 3 of them. Oh. Well. Not really my fault. Quite unfortunate for him. But what I don't understand is how did both of them die? Maybe he killed this guy, the other guy killed him, I killed the one guy, and then I killed his killer. The only way it makes sense. Unfortunate. But is how it is, I guess. I should take this. I don't know if that's better than what I got. That's the exact same thing. Drop. Okay. Where do we gotta go? Way the heck up here. Gotta talk to Timmy. You know what, though? I think that'll do for now. I, again, don't really know where we are in the time. Most likely we're fine. If not, maybe a little over. But, that's fine. We managed to stay alive. We got into some fights, failed at the tourney, but, you know, we're learning. That's what counts. So, we'll figure out what's going on in that windmill. It's getting brighter. Later. For now, we